Okay, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mr. Dan. Today, because I made some I made my own meat flour the other day. I'm going to try this bread recipe. It's a meat bread. Supposedly it doesn't taste like meat, but I don't know. And I scooped up a recipe from multiple channels, and the last two I watched was Courtney Luna and Anita for Ketogenic Woman. So they look similar, but I got another little thing I'm going to throw in there. So without further ado, let's get to it because we want bread. Okay, guys, so here you have this is my meat flour that I made. I got round or something like that. I got some kind of roast. I can't remember exactly what it was. Sliced it up, I dehydrated it, and this is what I got. I just, it feels good. It's not like it's not powdery, but it's definitely not meat. Well, it is meat, but it's not like it is. It's like flour, okay? This is my special ingredient I'm putting in. I put a little shredded parm in there. My wife likes that. Got some baking soda here. I got 6 eggs. And over here, I got some my ground beef I'm going to drain. That's 1 pound of ground beef before cooking, so I don't know what it is now. I'm not going to weigh it. Then I have a food processor here. And here I've got a bread pan, or it's a glass pan, Pyrex, whatever. And it's 9 by 3 or 3 by 9, but we'll see. The bread's not going to be that high up, so it's going to be all right. Well, anyway, and I got a little bit of salt. Okay, so as you saw, I had my meat over there, draining all the excess juice off. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to you don't need to do this. I just like doing it. It's me, anal retentive Mr. Dan. Just make sure there's no shells in here. And then I'm going to mix. Oh, there goes my fork. See, I used the wrong size fork again. Let me put this in the sink. Let me get a bigger one. I do that all the time. I take out the short round and I end up needing the bigger one. Okay, so we're going to sprinkle the cheese in there. Put that in now. And there's no particular order you got to do this in. I'm just Mr. Dan being anal again, I guess you could say. But the cheese is going to add a nice little kick to the bread. You don't have to put the cheese in there. Actually, there's plenty of recipes out there without no cheese. Some of them don't even use the bread flour, but since I made it I was going to do something else, but then I saw the ketogenic woman doing it, and I said to myself before I even seen her using it, I said I ain't gonna buy that. That stuff was like $30 or 20 for 5 ounces. Here I got almost 10, and I started out with 2 pounds. I got almost 10 ounces out of that. Anyway. Get my food processor ready. Let me slide you guys over. I said to myself I was going to use my Vitamix, which I probably still could have, but I liked using my food processor, whatever you want to call it. I'll tell you, this was one of the best investments. If you ain't got one, you should get one. These things make quick work of a lot of stuff when you're in the kitchen. And it's easy to clean for the most part. I don't know, you could probably get one that ain't, but this one cleans up pretty easy. I do everything in this. I grind my own pork rinds. I'm making this recipe in here. I do a lot of egg stuff. I use this, so it comes in handy. Okay, so now I'm going to take my egg with the cheese. Remember, we put egg and cheese together, and I'm just going to pour that in there. Now, you don't have to mix anything, but we're going to make this, it's going to turn into a nice little batter. And then we're going to take 6 scoops of the meat flour, and I'm not going to push them down. I'm just going to level it off. As you can see, I leveled it with the back of a knife. I don't think it really matters one way or the other. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5 right here. And this is 6. Now, the reason I made my own meat flour, because I want to make some gravy and stuff, and this is perfect to make a nice little gravy, so you can eat it on Carnivore. Okay. So anyway, I paid for a 2-pound roast. I paid 18 bucks and change, and like I said, I got, let's just call it 8 to 9 ounces. I wasn't quite 10, but anyway, and that's $18 compared to almost what, $28 or $32 for 5 ounces. And yeah, it took a little time with the cooking wise, but outside of that, it was a breeze. Okay, and here I go putting my baking soda in there, just a little bit, teaspoon. Okay, and I did say baking soda. And then I'm going to put a couple pinches of salt in there. I'm using Redmond's real salt, by the way. 1 and 2. You're not going to really taste the salt, but gave it a 2.5 pinches. All right, so put this together. And away we go. We're just going to blend this till it gets all nice and congealed, or blended well. Let me turn this off for a minute. You guys hold on. Okie dokie. So you'll see here, this is the consistency you're kind of looking for. Okay. Now let me get this out. My oven's preheated to 400 degrees. We're going to cook this for about 30 minutes or until done. Okay, now the neat thing with this is I took some parchment paper, which I think you guys may have seen me do it before, and I put it in my pan here, my bread loaf, my loaf pan or whatever. And this isn't going to be that deep. I mean, it's 3.5 inches deep or so, whatever. But anyhow, just take that and just pour your stuff in. Try to get all the good little num-nums out of there. And this is going to rise a little bit, not much, so it's going to be a pretty, not going to be a puffy loaf of bread by no means, but if you wanted to make something bigger, just, what I would say is just get you some, double up the recipe. And it's going to be kind of a dense bread anyway. So, but I think you guys are going to like this. It turns out good. Let me just move this over a little bit more. I know what's going to happen. What happened last time? The bread got caught on the edge of the paper, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. And the reason I do that because it's easy to lift out. You're going to take these. You're going to use the little wing thing here, like a handle, and pull it right up out of there. All right, momentito. Anyway, I had my oven preset to 350, so I had to wait and turn it up. I don't know, didn't pay attention. Anyway, this is a nice little bread. It's going to be dark, almost like a rye bread, maybe kind of deal. But you guys can put any kind of seasoning you want. I'm trying to stick as close to Carnivore as possible, which I think this pretty much does it. It's going to taste good, and you put some butter on it, but it gives you another option to have with your Carnivore meal. If you haven't, you can maybe put some egg salad on there, Carnivore egg salad, tuna fish salad, hamburger, whatever. But anyway, we're just going to, when we get done with this, I'll show you. I'm going to put some butter on it, and we'll taste it together. Okay, guys, I just took this out of the oven. As you can see, it's beautiful. I put my little toothpick thing in there. It's really like a kebab stick, just to see, all the way to the bottom. and it comes out clean. So it's done. It was about 27 minutes probably. All right, let me let this cool a bit, and then we'll show you what's next. Okay, guys, this has been in there, give or take, about 20 minutes sitting there, and it's still kind of warm. So, now if it gets stuck, just get a knife and it smells good. There you have it. It's pretty moist, I'll tell you. It's going to be moist. We'll let this cool out. I'm going to cut you a piece here real quick. It's going to cool it off some more, but I'm just going to take and cut a little piece. It'll be all right. Okay, so we're going to cut a little piece here. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. Let me give it a napkin. That's still kind of warm to be holding like that. So you can see the little holes just like bread has. That's nice, huh? Yeah, this ain't going to last long here. This is going to be a good one. All right, let me get a little bit of butter here. I got some butter. I was going to take a bite of it with nothing on it, but I figured, what the heck, we got some butter over here. I don't want to do the whole piece yet in case my wife don't want no butter. All right, so we're going to take a little bite of this. Remember, like I said, it's a meat bread, but you get some of the ground beef in there, but it don't taste like meatloaf or nothing like that. It don't taste like a true meat thing. Well, with the butter on it, really tastes good. Yeah. Take one more bite. This is really good. But this came out really good. Taste is dynamite. I got a little bit of the Parmesan cheese, but just like I wanted, just a slight hint of that. It is nice and moist even on the end, see? So, if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't yet. Anyway, thanks for stopping by for this. Like I said, it's a delicious little recipe. It'll be great for anything. Nice side dish. You can put meat on it. You can have a sandwich. You can put butter on it. But at any rate, thanks for watching. Tell all your friends to come see us. And when you're hungry, come back and we'll give you another delicious carnivore dish just like this. This is Mr. Dan saying thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next video.